Once again, onto the fray. It is Sand King Gómez versus another NA team here at the North American Division 2 as they have their backs against the walls. They got to find a way to tie up the series, potentially force it out to a third. But another NA team, Lizard, they looked solid in this game one. No mistakes, good gameplay, good communication, good drafting, good execution. What could go wrong?
The draft can always go wrong. Like, that's something that you can mess up. Sometimes when you win as convincingly as they have in the first game, you can feel a little bit cocky in the second game and you can drop the ball, you know, like it can happen. I've seen it before. Also, you know what, like even if you win one game, I don't know, I'm still not going all in for you, even if it's as convincing as it was, because I've been burned before in NA Division 2. Like, I've seen teams completely demolish first game and then lose 2 in a row, like nothing, like they were completely different teams. So, you know, I'll wait it out before making any presumptions.
Yeah, that's a smart call. Yeah. Yeah, North America has always been the region that can prove to be a bit of an upset from time to time, so anything can happen. Before we head over into the draft, though, a quick word from, of course, our sponsor as well. As you might have seen before, if you're still new to this, go and check it out. Esportsbet.io have this campaign going on for Watch to Earn, where you can earn 3,000 tokens by just watching Dota, basically. So all you need to do is log into esportsbet.io, make an account, log in, and start watching games, and that's all you need to do. You start earning tokens the moment you start watching games, and that's all you need to do. That's roughly about 3 USD per hour, so the more you watch the games, the more tokens you're gonna get. But now, time to dive into the draft. Another NA team versus Sand King Gómez, and Brood was the hero that we kind of touched upon. Furion is going to get banned out by Sand King Gómez, but Brood went through to second phase, and it was the final ban of the second phase. Do we ban it now? Do we get it through? Does it get picked? Because it's been a while since we've seen some Brood gameplay.
Yeah, well, teams didn't really care about it in game 1, so I guess it doesn't get banned or picked in game 2 as well, until the second stage, if you really have a team that struggles against the Brood. We'll see. Maybe Sand King Gómez can prove me wrong. Maybe they can get like some crazy early on Brood pick and then they dominate with it. Let's see. They have first pick. Rubik is in the pool. Disruptor is in the pool. What else is left that's really broken? There's a couple of other heroes. Treant, I won't really say he's the one, but I'm not sure. Like, what's up? There's a huge discrepancy between Div 2 and Div 1 teams. Like, these guys really value Treant. Like, in Division 1, Treant isn't a hero anymore. Like, he's very rarely touched, very rarely picked. And, yeah, okay. Not in Division 2. They just like it.
Yeah. Just like it in general. Let's see if, you know, Sand King Gómez turns into Brood Mother Hernandez. But they've got the Treant Protector, so at least they can start building around like anti-physical damage, helping out those towers stay alive a little bit longer. It's not like a massive buff, especially if you're up against like a Leshrac who just doesn't care about the extra armor added. So IO Leshrac was an opportunity. They go for the Rubik instead to follow it up with the Clockwork, our support opener. No flex whatsoever, just straight up supports.
Yeah, usually you don't really want to do this because you're basically showing too much of your hand, and the next 3 picks as well will not be ambiguous at all. Like, Sand King Gómez can already think about a carry that doesn't really care about these 2, right? Some carries you can't really counter from a core position. You can, but like, supports really can mess them up. Certain supports. And when you see a Rubik and Clock, like, you can get them. But we'll see. Sand King Gómez, they can also go with 2 supports now, right? Like, it's whatever.
Technically, yeah. They could do that.
They could get some Disruptor, which would be nice. They could get some Phoenix or some Mirana. I would like either one of these 3. Mirana would be cool, or you can get one of the cores and just mask things up a little bit. That's what they do. But it's not really masking things up. Like, Ember, you kind of know he's 1 or 2. There's no flexing him any further than that. And they did play, last game it was Ember mid, right? So they did already have Ember.
10 seconds remaining.
Nothing new under the sun. Picking up the Ember Spirit into the mid lane for Lund.
Seconds remaining.
Can ban out some of the matchups against him. Maybe some of the ones that you struggle against.
Radiant team ban.
Yeah, he really had a rough game on the Ember. Like, the lane wasn't really that bad for him, but after he left the lane, Legion Commander just had way too much. He was hunting him down the map. Like, he struggled. He definitely struggled.
Yeah.
Another NA team, they ban out the Ursa. Already, if they ban out Monkey or something like that, it means that they most likely want one of these melee offlaners.
10 seconds remaining.
Like, usually that's how it goes. Ursa, he's good at setting up the pace of the game, setting up tempo. You play a bit faster. And I don't see him as the best combo together with the Treant in the lane, but they probably have an idea of what they want for Rush on that offlane already.
One of the cool things that I did like in Division 1 was when DNM, they picked him a Spectre, and instead of going for like the heavy farm build, he went Echo Saber. And on top of the Echo Saber, I think I'm not sure, did he go for the Orchid or did he just have some other damage item on top? But the Echo Saber just allowed him to play early, and they also had the Marcy as a support. Though we do see most of the supports in this game, so probably not. But you could utilize a late game scaling carry to participate earlier on with a different item build, and you have a hero that supports and buffs you up, making you stronger, technically making you a mid game hero. You could put it that way.
Or it's doable. Like, you can definitely do that with some cores, but there's always there's always that question: will I ever make it to the late game if I buy these shitty items and I don't use them? That's always a small problem. But yeah, I can see that working for many. Like, it's same like with the Monkey King that we were talking about in that last game, right? Like Echo Saber, Desolator, and maybe you can fight all the time. But if you or even just the Deso, and you fight all the time, right? But if you go for Battle Fury, your team might be too weak by the time you get to your items. If the tempo on the opposing side is too fast, by the time you get all your items, the game is already kind of over. And it's always this difficult decision to make on a carry position. Do I want to fight early? Are you guys going to be able to carry me until the late game? Do I just go for the farming build? That's why some of these cores are so nice. Like Lina, why was she broken? All you needed was a Maelstrom. Falcon Blade Maelstrom, right? And these two items are already kind of decent for fights. Plus they pump up your farming speed heavily. Same for the Prophet, same for the Drow. All you need is like a pike and you're already activated.
Ush, representing the North American flag there at the back of his camera. Always got to have that representation added in, of course, since we are in the North American division. We do see the Terrorblade being banned out, and last time I think we saw Drow also come out into the ban list when you have this TB already taken out. Though there's no Leshrac, there's no IO draft coming up. They haven't really experimented with this Witch Doctor. Only one team did, and then they paired it up with the IO in the offlane, and that. Well, we if you saw that game, you know it didn't go pretty well. So might as well go and dive into the VODs of this channel. Look at what happened in the first day of the North American Division 2. It was an interesting attempt, but didn't quite work out. We're going to get the DK for NA team.
Okay. A little bit of a slower pace this time around, but it's a hero that can do well into the Ember on the mid lane. Like, you have a decent lane there. You get some tower keep, like some objective taking. Rubik and Clock, they don't give you that, T-Panda. Can you believe it? Like, they can't take towers. Battery Assault does not work on towers, so you get that dragon form to play with. It's understandable. Oh, did you see the Ducho has 1-0 and 1-0 at the end? And he's also wearing a wife beater. Really nice. Interesting. Do you wear those in Finland, by the way, like the undershirts?
Do we wear those? Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cold up there, right? Like, you have to...
it's cold up here, but it doesn't look like it's not a bad option for clothing, especially during the summer.
I feel like it's either the utmost cold countries or the warmest ones that wear those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking this Morphling pick in the first phase, because I was like, when you were talking about like heroes that can be, that can get a somewhat good game based off like second phase bans to secure the hero a good game. I felt like Morphling could have been the hero pick to go for. Ban out a couple pesky ones you kind of, I wouldn't say struggle against, but something that you don't like to play against. You're very happy picking it up against Rubik and the Clockwork. They don't really do too much to the hero, but they still picked it anyway. So I'm liking what Sun King Gómez is bringing up so far.
Yeah, if you pick Morphling in the first phase, you're just asking for trouble when it comes to carry matchup, because there's like Slark, Ursa, there's Drow, there's just a lot of heroes. Naga, sometimes Naga, not anymore. Not as good as before, but still. Like there's a lot of them that can deal with you. I think one thing that Morphling is giving Sand King Gómez right now is you took it away from Ant. Like they can't pick it into you, because Morphling would have been decent for them. Like into the Ember as well. Okay, they just go with an Invoker. So this could be a DK offlane as well. Like you could be, or DK safe lane, doesn't matter. But I think how this Invoker will play is probably around Quas Vex, like early on at least. And then you get, like, you have a lot of stuns, so you could go for Exort and Sunstrikes. You could greed out, or you could go for Vessel build early on versus the Morphling. I think it's solid.
Yeah.
You can go for Meteor Hammer as well. That's also fine. We'll see.
Plenty of options to go for. But yeah, I do like the idea of Quaswex above Exort. I mean, Exort with the DK, yeah, I can see the reasoning with it. You've got Dragon Tail, Sunstrike. Easy combo, right? Talking about those Dagon Furions. Dagon TPs. But yeah, you got Sunstrike with Dragon Tail, which works. But still, I think the Quaswex is a better approach, considering like reinitiation or like counter initiation terms. Like you've got the Hoodwinks and the Train Protectors, like Hoodwink, Morphling most especially. You got the counter to the Morph with the Vessel. You got the Cold Snap, tick damage, and the mini stuns. And then Hoodwink, who loves to like kind of catch people off guard. If Invoker is awake, you can get a good counter initiation with Tornado. Throw some meatballs into the mix.
10 seconds remaining.
And the matchup is decent versus the Ember too. Like Ember will be struggling with his mana usage and doesn't really kill the Invoker necessarily in the mid lane if you go Coswex because of the increased HP regeneration. You should, like, this is a skill-based matchup to some extent.
Dire team pick.
Pretty much, yep. Let's look at the last two picks. Like, or Sand King Gómez, you need an offlane.
You need a Sand King.
Sand King, please not. anything but.
Anything else.
Yeah. What's left in the pool? Maybe some crazy Enigma. Like you're not really.
No, not that Clockwork Rubik. I guess some crazy Enigma, literally.
You're right. Don't justify my call. Like it's pretty bad.
Yeah. But if you say crazy Enigma, literally crazy Enigma could have worked. That's for sure. Like you just surprised them that the hero works against the counters. But the Mars, you talked about this. Bit of anti-synergy with the Hoodwink, but also same time they have a bit of synergy.
No, they're solid. Like they're pretty damn solid. Like the arena, yeah, it's gonna kill some trees, but it's fine. You can cut down some trees in the lane as well, but it's not that bad. I think it's solid. Like with the Hoodwink, there's a lot of burst damage potential. You get some control as well. Like what you banned out the Void Lifestealer. This isn't a game for him. Like you're playing into a Morphling and a Treant. So right now you could be looking at a Slark, maybe for another NA team. I could see that working. You could be looking at some Naga. Like I could see that working as well. You go with the Luna instead. Okay. Like it's a little bit of different. Like they have some buffs for her. Like you have electricity, which is nice. And you do have some push potential from the DK early on, so you can play around that plus Luna. Like she comes online a bit faster than the Morphling. but it's not as compact as Game 1 draft. Like, I can see some holes in this draft for Ant, unlike in the first one that was just like, yeah, this is solid, you've got everything that it takes for you to win.
I've got some similar remarks thinking about like the Luna works nicely with the vision tools in the team, making sure you get eclipse damage in those fights. You have an Invoker controlling. So Argus does have like this, how do I put it? It's not like you've got the front line, but you have a very mobile type of moving lineup in terms of team fights. Invoker goes around here and there, controls, slows them down, mini stuns. DK goes straight for the target. Clockwork goes straight for the target. This is a really good Rubik game when you think about initiation on another NA team. Of course, they're not the greatest spells to steal, but the way you get to position this game as a Rubik, Warden can make a lot of good things happen. Saves on Luna, initiating on top of the opponent, stealing one or two good spells that interrupts them. Like, I feel like Warden just has a great game at his hands here.
Yep, like it can be a really good game for him. Like some bushwhack here and there. Some ulti from 9 would be solid to steal. I can see it happening. It comes down to the way you execute. I'm honestly a little bit surprised with the Luna pick. I thought that there are better heroes than her into the Morphling matchup, but it does play into the tempo kind of a playstyle that they had in Game 1. So they can really just play the game very fast, just like in Game 1, and perhaps take it before Morphling comes online. But if they messed things up earlier on, once again, I think that Sand King Gómez, perhaps in the late game, could be the stronger team.
Potentially, yeah. Scaling-wise, they obviously have a lineup that will sit in very nicely towards the mid-late game, somewhere around that area. But another NA team, if they can survive the Luna lane, I feel like they can also hit a pretty strong timing. Invoker wants to make things happen pretty early. If he goes Quaswex, which looks like it is the case, still hasn't leveled up anything yet. But Ush is actually going to walk into a gank squad. Bushwhack latches on top of it into the spear. And there's not much that he can do. There's a body blocking Ducho on the way. So Lund will take first blood for Sand King Gómez.
That's a really
good way to start.
Yeah, that's a really bad hero to give the first blood to. Like, the mid laner gets it. I think he's really enjoying himself right now. And they hit him with some tips. It's Ant hitting him with tips, by the way. It's not Sand King Gómez.
Not Sand King, yeah. They are respecting their opponents, but Ant is not respecting their own teammates.
Yeah.
Oh, brewing a bit of a civil war.
The battle begins.
Well, let's get these bounty runes out of the way. Can they steal one? Yes, they can. Feeling actually yoinks one in front of 3 heroes, making it 3 for 1. Bit of extra gold, and now we get some more tips. Oh, it's Ush giving the tip, you know?
It's the comeback. Ush coming back, tipping.
Yeah. The comeback tips for sure. Interested in watching this mid lane, how it rolls out. In terms of, you've got the Quaswex Invoker for sure now. He's going for Wex to start things off with. So no Cold Snap. You don't really go for Cold Snap these days, level 1 anyway. So just have the EMP.
Basically, you spam him out with Sleight of Fist. You're not even going for Flame Guard, most likely. You're just spamming out Sleight of Fist and Searing Chains. That's the way the lane goes. Shouldn't be too difficult for Ember to get last hits, but he won't zone the Invoker out of the lane as well.
Oh, yeah.
Eventually, Invoker kind of pressures you out, and you need to make rotations.
But the way that what kind of item build does he decide to go for? You mentioned the Meteor Hammer, which we do see more and more on mid Invokers, is an option you can go for, or just go straight up for the Vessel against the Morphling, like you said. But it feels like more and more, at least in Division 1, this is Division 2, of course, but in Division 1, you see less and less Vessels being bought against the Morphling, because you know he's going to build a Manta anyway at some point.
I mean, usually you don't see any. Not less and less. Like, it's very, very, very rare that you see a Vessel picked up. I still think it's kind of decent, but with the Meteor Hammer, what you would get is a better tempo game. Like you would have an Invoker that's taking down mid tier 1 as soon as Ember rotates. You have a Dragonite that's pressuring top lane. Like I'd rather see the Meteor Hammer actually. Luna,
Yep. Luna in a bit of trouble here. Argus.
a
One
bit
more
dead.
right click away, and Nine's going to pick it up.
Tiny little
Pretty
bit
deep
dead.
in the lane.
Yeah, also very sad for Feeling because he went to stack and then he saw his Luna get caught. So he's like, okay, I need to go help.
Yeah, and he might... Well, I'm not sure if he actually is going to lose his life here as well.
Nope.
Dutcho should be able to get the right click sent. Oh, he actually dodges him to the other direction. I thought Nine was going to follow it through.
Yeah, gotta be careful. This lane is really strong. Like they have a ton of kill potential on Dire.
Bushwhack into Spear. It's like a very easy spell combination to get to work. Just gotta be careful, like, of the later levels, like, not in the laning stage, but after. Like, when you have the arena up and you have Bushwhack, not to overlap, because the Bushwhack tree will get destroyed the moment you pop the arena. So, small mistakes can happen from time to time. You know, we see the
Feeling?
disruptors glimpsing people into safety, Feeling on the other side of the cogs. Nine, not quite able to get there. He's out of mana right now. Does have an extra mango at least. But Argus, despite giving away a kill in the lane and almost another on the clockwork, he's still doing great in CS.
No,
Didn't
right
really miss
now,
out on much.
when you said out of mana, I started singing out of touch song, right? It's just, I don't know why, my brain is stupid. But
It is 6 a.m.
it's 6 a.m. as well. But yeah, it reminded me of all the Dota songs we morphing top lane. Damn, he gets wrecked. Yeah, like it reminded me of all these like Dota songs that we were getting before, right? Where are they? I haven't heard
That's
the new
a very
Dota.
good question.
Yeah, I haven't heard someone get on it. Like I haven't seen or heard a good Dota song in a while.
Well, I did. I might have given a bit of a sneak peek in the China broadcast. We were talking with Snare. He was kind of talking about like, yeah, you're talking about music and stuff. Like you got something coming up, and I was like, well, you kind of pushed me to the point where I have to say like, yep, I am working on something later on this year. Maybe I'll
Is
end
it
up with
Dota
some kind
song?
of Dota song. I mean, I could make one. I mean, I technically have a lot of stuff ready, so just needs to be renamed. That's all.
Did you
Come up with some lyrics.
did you just hijack my Dota song story to promote your new EP or something? Is that what just happened?
No, of course I wouldn't. No, I mean, I was thinking about that same thing for quite some time because in rival MOBA games, we see like actual bands and artists making like music videos and stuff. I probably would never be able to make up a
Feeling?
music video. Feeling is not having a good time, however. But yeah, I mean, you're asking for it. I'm delivering it to you right now. I'm not stealing your idea.
Okay.
I can also not make one. If that's the approach you have for all the artists, why aren't you making any? Are you stealing my idea? So-
What idea, man? I never told you you're stealing anything. Just hijacking the space. That's all. But
oh, you meant it that way. I thought you were like every artist you approach, they always get
Of course not.
scared because
course
you
not.
start threatening them.
What the hell, man? No, but I'd love that. I'd love if you'd make a Dota song. But there is one condition: like you have to create voice lines for heroes. The song
Voice
should
lines
be
for
like,
heroes.
yeah, the song should be like voice lines of Dota heroes, and you sing them as you play a guitar or something. I don't know what you Finnish people play, ukulele or something like that. RRL.
Yep, a lot of battling in the mid lane. He does get a nice one charge for himself. Tornado on two. It's not
Also-
looking like it's going to be enough. Invis detection. Nobody has detection.
Is this
Nobody
guy
has
a god?
anything. He's actually going to survive. Feeling also moves in. Hastrun does get taken away by 9. And now battling against a Treant Protector. A Courier gets sniped on the way out. There's everything. There's chaos going on right now. 9 still trying to fend off Feeling, but Feeling will live.
Dude, this Invo, this MF, like he forced the Hoodwink to take the haste, and now he's gonna kill the Ember maybe even. But, okay, he misses the tornado. Not as amazing, but still amazing. He
Oh,
still
still
gets
got
the
him.
last hit, yeah. Like, good job to him, really. Like, he forces the Hoodwink to take the haste, so Ember cannot refill the bottle. And then he Ghost Walks only afterwards, even though he's on like 1 HP. Really nicely done. By the way, he's not going for Meteor, he bought an urn, so most likely some Vessel. Okay. Maybe a Meteor after the urn, but I doubt it.
Well, that also means that you have to play the tempo. You gotta start ganking side lanes. Invoker's first rotation is going to be very important because you need to pick up those
this Morphling is really
charges. They killed off Feeling bottom, but they also got the Morphling top. Yeah, this is not a great start at all for Shido.
Yeah, he's really getting picked off on very low amount of HP. And all it takes is one Breathe Fire plus Fade Bolt, they take him down. He needs to be just a tiny bit more careful about that. They have a lot of nuke damage.
You got to be constantly watching out for 9. Trying to get some information, but no wards available right now, so can't put any deep wards down. But yeah, going back to that Invoker, like, you got to get that first rotation to work out. The first kill with this urn, like, you got no charges right now. You need to get some in stock. And he's the one who's going to get jumped on in mid, and he might just die. Tornado is available. The EMP coming down as well. Lund with the jump of the Remnant has his mana burnt a bit, but the turnaround, the survival, the kill, who takes it? Lund gets it in the end before RRL. And 9 might just be another casualty in the mix. Rockets available for Feeling, and this Hoodwink is surviving with 10 HP, but the vision for the Fade Bolt. Warden takes it.
I feel like Warden could have played that a little bit different. Like, he could have thrown the Ember into the cogs, and then he most certainly dies before he kills the Invoker. But then again, Invoker, like, he could have moved a little bit back out of the melee range. So it wasn't necessary for Invoker to die regardless. It's just that he was a little bit complacent. He stood his ground, didn't want to move.
Now fighting in mid, maybe they can get a kill onto Yanbura. He is being cold snapped right now. And there we got some urn charges for RRL, which he did not get from that Ember kill because Ember killed him first. Now he's
the Ember is rotating down bottom. But
and they see Argus, they see Feeling. 2 versus 3. Arena popped down, no Eclipse. They're taking some time to get there, but they finally do. Bushwhack is there, but the roots, actually the Ember Remnant does end up destroying the tree. Does not matter, they will still take both.
It's interesting that Argus decided to go back. Like, he left the lane long time ago. Yeah, I think he has no business on the bottom lane anymore, and this is like one of the main reasons why. So easy to rotate on you, and they will rotate on you to take the tower anyway, so... Are they making stacks for the Luna? They made no stacks in the triangle, by the way.
Yeah,
that's kind of...
They've really been stuck with these lane fights, and now Warden, well, he's doing exactly what you want him to do.
A bit late, but better late than never, right?
Yep. Never say never.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a song I don't want to get stuck in my head.
Invoker mid lane.
Tornado misses. Invoker God getting surrounded from all angles, and now he's dusted up. Now there's no way he's getting out.
Well, they don't have mana on Ember at all. But, okay, he gets the sticks.
He's just enough.
Yeah, he got 4 stick charges. Just gets enough for Slight.
That will work. That will do it. Cheeto's been farming jungle, meanwhile, to catch up into the game. But Luna is doing so much worse. Argus is actually 500 gold behind the Morphling right now.
Yeah, Luna died. They both died the same amount of times, right? It's just that Argus hasn't been really farming, which is weird because Luna earlier on can farm a bit faster.
Yeah.
But he spent a lot of time going back towards the tier 1 down bottom, and then he fed afterwards. So rough starts for him.
Now we see a Witchblade coming up for RRL. Actually catches Lund. He will have half of his mana burnt away. Warden steals Slate. Slate battle. Throw him with the stick. Oh. Doesn't actually get... Oh, the trees are broken. Never mind. Doesn't matter.
There's the
Take out
dust.
Warden, but TP rotations are coming in. Feeling. Can he get the hook shot of a lifetime? He's going to get rooted up by the chains, and they're all spreading in several directions. Sand King Gómez to find a kill.
Yeah, they're
Get
really not playing the map as fast as they did in that game 1. And now it makes me wonder if they only play the map as fast as they did in game 1 because of the Prophet pick. Like, they had Nature's Prophet, so the hero just allows them naturally to feel free and do whatever they want to. But Ash, he was the Legion in last game. Now he's the DK. He already has enough gold for a blink. And he's rotating mid, so he's the one that's setting the pace of the game for Ant.
Yep. Poor Clockwork. He's gonna get ambushed in the river. Death number 4 for the Clockwork.
0-4 clock, 1-1-5 Rubik. Definitely not that great for the clock. And like, you have this blink on Ash now, right? He's in dragon form too, but it's not like you have a kill. Like, you need more heroes. You need an Invoker with you at least. And he's just chilling on the top lane, farming. He needs the Witchblade though, it's understandable. Like, this guy,
Yeah.
he is not having the best game, so getting at least that one item would be cool.
Yeah, and he also feels like he's got a lot of pressure on him too. Like, this Invoker needs to work this game. You've basically been the one ganked twice or thrice in a row now, and not like you're getting too many openings for yourself. Instead, you're just being hunted. And Mars with Blink. Mars is probably just going to follow around where the next fight's going to happen.
Yep, they smoke up. They might... Let's see, and they might break this smoke. Ash, he breaks it. So does the Warden.
We'll scout them out too. Raindrop charge, burnt off of the DK, sitting duck in the river.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't jump with Mars. Like, he could have jumped in Arena at that. Or maybe you jump Arena and then you have the Hoodwink following up with Sharpshooter. But he decided not to, maybe.
Oh, they're pinging the Hoodwink right now. And he turns around in panic, trying to juke around. Not going to work out. Cogs push there as well. And finishes off the Hoodwink kill. Goes for feeling. Support's able to clean this one out. I think Invoker just walked close enough to get a charge on his urn.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one extra in the bank.
You really like current charges, don't you?
I know how important they are. Like, they're going to fall off eventually. But as a Quaswex Invoker, like, if you just don't get that kill, right, even participating in a kill to get those stacks,
Oh,
like,
he
it's
might
just a
get
wasted
killed
item.
instead.
It does look like it for sure. He's just being rooted up. He can't even right-click back. He's going to get broken by the Sharpshooter. It's the disarm on 2. Backup is on its way, but he is going to get the stun onto the Ember Spirit. He's still going to die anyway. And Yanbura going to make a run for it. He's going to die to the tick damage, but still a support for a mid.
If he
And
earned
Gómez
them,
happy with the trade.
if he earned the Ember, I think he could have killed him. I'm just messing with you, but yeah, like, they get him on top. Hookshot misses. They get the Invoker. It's a big pick off. Like, Treant was setting that up for, I swear, like 3 minutes. He was waiting for the right moment to kill the Invoker. He was really damn patient.
DK still on top of the net worth with his Blink Dagger. There's something else on the courier? Oh, he just got the shard. Okay, so extra pushing power. And meanwhile, in the mid lane, Invoker getting jumped again. RRL is literally public enemy number 1. They're just going straight up to him again, take him away. Sand King Gómez, they have the initiative, and they get to make the plays that lead into kills.
And there are no saves on Ant, and Invoker is always a little bit out of position. He gets punished very often. Healing.
Well, he got the D-ward.
Yep. Morphling turns into him. Punishes
That's a
him for that.
Lincoln's reveal. What did he use to pop that Lincoln's?
I'm thinking the same thing.
Guess it's my shout.
What popped the Lincolns?
What the hell popped that Lincoln's?
Was
I'm not
Rubik
sure if it
around?
was... Yeah, Rubik or Luna either were close enough for it, but... Very curious about that.
I love that Luna has absolutely no levels in Eclipse. Like level 12. You know, just full farming
Farm.
potential. Yeah, pretty much. Mid lane, Ember.
Shot into the mid lane. They can catch the Ember Spirit. Bushwhack did not connect. Oh, he dodges the tornado. Very important dodge for Lund. Otherwise, he would have surely died. 4 heroes around him. Awkward. He's stuck in the river. Spear comes out. He is very close to dying. Osh comes in with the blink stun. Bushwhack again from 9. Overgrowth coming out as well from Yanbura. They will hold him down for the bit. Meatball coming down from the sky. Take damage onto the Ember Spirit. And RRL dead again. Shido cleaning house potentially. Ush is dead. And the arena comes out just off cooldown. Perfect timing. Argus, what are you going to do? No Eclipse, just right clicks. Just raw right clicks. It's going to be a team wipe. Send King Gómez. They take them all.
It's a comeback.
It's a comeback for sure.
It's a comeback. You're gonna see a game 3 once again, it looks like.
4th in a row.
Yeah, like, interesting. Division 2, it always surprises. But yeah, like, Luna without an Eclipse joining in just to say hi to everyone. I think if you have decided to go this route, just continue farming, man. Don't join, you know? It's like, what you gonna do? You don't have enough items to actually make a difference.
And look at Luna on the minimap. She is literally farming a camp right now. They're like, they're just chilling, fighting a fight. Luna's turning around like, okay, I think I need to join the fight. And the fight's not going too great, but man, that Morphling did so much damage with that waveform and just annihilated that Invoker. They follow up with the DK kill. And they're like, guys, I just got an arena. Oh, the Luna's here.
That's the difference.
Extra reward.
Yeah, that's the difference, right? Like the Morphling actually does something with this Linkens. He can join the fights. He can actually be active. Luna at this point could have been active if the team was doing all right. But Invoker is really struggling. And there is no one to play with. Like if Dragonite has a BKB, easily you can take fights. But he went for Blink first. So I don't blame him. Like they needed some sort of initiation. Blink is good on him. But
and he recognizes the situation too. Like, I have to go Midas.
Who?
Like, there's no way I'm going to farm Invoker. He was like, no way I can get any farm this game, so I just have to get the Midas to back it up a little bit. Ush gets the DK form. Ember, there's the Sunstrike. Not going to do a lot of damage, but the hookshot's going to be there as well. The Cogs don't push him. He's already on the move. Roots on 2. They have the wall down on the ground, and they do get the break onto the DK, but Yanabura, oh, he tried to chase for the kill. Okay.
Morphling is here.
Find yourself. It is Shido with no vision. I have to fight the Clockwork. Feeling he wants to get. He's right. Oh, he gets the wrong cog.
Yeah.
Cog blocked.
He also didn't cog the Morphling away. He cogged a little bit too far. But it's not what Morphling came for. He came for either the DK or the Invoker. He didn't get either of them. So, yeah, if you're Radiant, if you're Rent, I think you're decently satisfied with what happened because you did manage to kill the Ember. Yeah. But man, that Ember is very tanky, and now he has Sange in his inventory too. Like, this guy is hard to kill.
Yeah.
They might smoke up. Do they have a smoke? They don't, never mind. Now they do. They might smoke up, the 3 of them, yeah. And guess who's mid?
And it's the Invoker walking down the mid lane. Yep, I've seen this movie before. I tell you, it was a pretty good movie when you look at it from the King Gómez perspective.
And he has 6 stats on the Invoker. And he bought that Midas and he didn't use it as well, by the way. That's massive Midas right there.
Yeah. At least he got to buy it, so you could say that he didn't get penalized for losing gold.
He didn't get what?
Penalized.
Okay, they go into the pit. Straight into the pit. Can they contest this? Maybe Clockwork with some Rocket Flare and Snatch. Let's see. Let's go feeling. Feel it. Feel the rush happening. Come on.
Yeah.
Nah, he's not gonna feel it. He's just chilling on top. Yeah.
Argus is just pushing bottom, wanting to finish the Manta style. Roshan dropping right now. No contesting happening whatsoever. No Clockwork attempt either.
It is what it is. He was chilling in the dire jungle. Not sure what he is doing actually. He's just walking around. Not sure who he's waiting for, trying to set up. He doesn't have a prophet or anything like that. He's just gonna... I guess he's just gonna die in the end. Let's see.
He's got a TP, but does he get to use it? Oh, nope. the ult for it. Okay, might as well. For good measure.
I guess it's not great. He died, but he did force Ember top, Mars top, Treant top. You know, like he made a bit of space. It's nice.
Yeah. At least I got info. The enemy is here. I found them. Gank squad
Look at
approaching the
Invo.
mid lane, and
Yeah.
Invoker is again in perilous waters.
They see him, by the way. Yeah.
Just caught him too. Right under the tower. He's got the tower. Extra armor. Is it going to save him? No.
No.
It's
Yeah.
not that strong.
Dragon form as well used. I don't know if you want to take this fight. Like, you don't have Invoker. You just use Dragon form. Man, like, RRL. Yeah, that, exactly that. Mosquito
That
buzz.
sound. Ugh.
Yeah.
I get shivers every time I hear that.
Like, I think he's been more dead than alive in the last 5 minutes.
Yep.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Certainly making a interesting number when you look at the end of the game. Like, how much time did you spend dead? His death time is 46 seconds. You could say that he's been around 40 to 46 for the last few levels, where he's died like 4 times. Maybe even 5. So technically, he's been like dead for 5-6 minutes.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's rough. But, like, it's a problem, right? Because no one really wants to frontline on their side. Now that Ash has completed the BKB, he will be able to be the one that's frontlining for his teammates and starting things off. So, from this point onwards, maybe they can take a fight.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The problem is, I didn't check on this Morphling for a bit.
What, just one problem?
Yeah, one problem is this Morphling has a Skadi completed with the Lincolns.
Got another problem?
Yeah.
Probably be the Ember Spirit also popping off this game. Like Lund 7-3 and 11. Enjoying this game so much more than the last one.
They might catch.
Sitting up for top. Ember's actually going to TP in as well. Arceus is here.
He already used
Somebody
Manta,
moved
so
away.
they need to bail.
Right under a scan.
Radiant's
All on their
turret
way.
has been
Ducho
killed.
snipes the courier. There's a Luna illusion that they could potentially use as a bait. Arena. Oh, he stopped it. Oh, if he stayed on the move, he might have actually gone for the attempt, but that's a no, sir.
No one got picked off, so if you're Ant, you should be satisfied with this. Like, you managed to make them all go top, and you can rotate out. Maybe take over your own jungle again, give some farm to the Invoker. And it's really important for them not to fight before Luna has a BKB. Like, I have a feeling that's also a big one. Like, even if you take this fight right now with the BKB on DK, you're probably not winning it.
Basically, yeah, just waiting. Waiting for your carry to be online. Hopefully you still have a base remaining by then.
Top tower has fallen.
Ludwig teleported mid to help out the Mars with a
9.
kill, but it was an illusion.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, bottom tier 1 for a top tier 2. Warden is going to run into a Drain Protector and almost gets the punch in, but the slow from the Leech Seed is there. Chains misses. It's on the Flag Bearer creep.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Trading a bit.
Stone of Flame Guard.
Bottom tower has fallen.
Rubik will live longer for just a little bit more.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower.
Tier 2
is under
tower
attack.
already been pummeled down by Sanking Gómez. Morphling 10 seconds for Aegis. What is our Luna's
Radiant's
shape
middle
looking
tower
like?
has
Yeah.
fallen.
Oh,
150 gold for
Dire's
BKB.
bottom tower is
why'd he
under attack.
TP? Okay, he is actually with the illusions. He got the BKB. Makes sense, yeah. Now he's got the BKB. He's got the Manta. Very close to level 18 as well. And like that's pretty much the timing where you have to take a fight as Ant, because you
Yeah.
can't really delay this game so much more. Oh, how far is Invoker? Invoker needs a recipe. Like, I have a feeling like Ant is caught in this always wait the next item syndrome. Just one more, guys. Just one more item. This.
Just one more.
Just wait for this. Just wait for this more.
Dire's middle tower is
On the
under
positive side for Fueling, he actually dies between towers. He information on the enemy. Now your team can spread out around the map. Be like, hey, you can at least farm one more set of creeps somewhere.
No, that is actually very intelligent. Like, it's not that bad.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you get there, you open up the map because you just gave away your support when the wave was not pushing in your base. Like, you're either cutting a wave or so far away that it forces your opponents to rotate there, and from there, wherever they lead into next, it's going to take some time. So that's just space. That's just literal space. Harry he always talks about the good deaths. I would say that's one of those.
Dire's top tower.
Okay, they're trying to catch Lund off guard, potentially. TP's all the way to the tier 3 tower. Luna needs literally like a couple of creeps. One creep, 7 experience. 7 experience to level 18.
They smoke up. Even though Invoker is also very close to the BKB, they want to make something happen here.
Argus needs 1 creep to die from that wave to be able to get that, and Lund to die. Yes, that's gonna work. Meanwhile, Dutcher coming up with the Ember, jumps back in, huge damage. Invoker gone. Argus can't right-click inside that arena. Drops the Eclipse, able to get some damage out. 9 has to back away, but Argus, no more Manta available. Shido cleans up the kill. Lund with the buyback, and they're able to get the turnaround happening on the side of Sand King Gómez.
Yeah, it was a nice attempt to fight. It was a nice initiation as well on the Ember, but he just buybacks instantly. The arena caught them all in that chokehold right there under the stairs. Way too many heroes in it. Like, Invoker once again just dies instantly without the BKB. Even with the BKB, I would argue that he dies anyway now, as Morphling can get on top with the Scuddy slow and his own BKB. But yeah, just a rough position to be in if you're Ant. Like, hard to approach these fights. And this is, by the way, why I didn't say that I'm favoring them in game 2. Clockwork.
Feeling gets pushed low ground with that waveform being used at the same time. And Mars just picked up a Desolate. So pushing power just got a little bit faster.
Yeah, he's got that -4 seconds God's Rebuke. Plus the Dezo, he's gonna hurt in these fights now as well. It's not only gonna be Morphling and Ember. And they smoke up. So this is one of those... it's not necessarily the biggest desperation smoke, but it does feel that way. Like, they need to make something happen on the map. If they could kill off the Ember... I mean, he doesn't have a buyback. Maybe you can take... But look at these... the couriers.
Coming through. They see Shido.
It's the couriers.
They see 9 as well. 9 is just outside of vision. Moving on the edge. Okay, they say Shido again. This is where you go or you don't.
Yeah, Mars
so
is gonna
many
go
heroes
down
around,
instead.
though. Mars is going to spoil the party at this rate. Eclipse is ready in 3.
They just messed up with the couriers. They flew
They just
over.
smoked up. Okay. This is going to be disastrous. They're going to spot everybody. They found the Luna. BKB being used as well. Same time they're fighting in the river, finding the Morphling. Morphling about to die. Yes, he will. RL will find the kill, and they will take down the carry. This is actually winnable now for A&T, but they need to make sure that they're going to survive because there's still problems. Tornado on 2. Lund is taking damage. They will take down all the cores. Another NA team starting to build the comeback. That's a must-win scenario fight, so their hopes stay alive this game.
Yeah, I can't believe they won that fight as easily, but the BKB on Invoker changing everything. The fact that they caught the Morphling and no one could disrupt Invoker from using all his spells.
Yeah.
Like, he just dies to the Sunstrike there in the end.
Their hopes were about to get destroyed. Like, your opponents just smoked, meaning their reaction time is going to be like double because they instantly recognize what the situation is. So you lost your, what's it called? Your trump card, basically. Your ambush kind of foiled, but they still got themselves a pretty decent fight. They caught the Morphling in the lane. Argus is firstly tanking the main fight, but then you see the Morphling just getting blown up. BKB, no cares. He just stands still, BKB'd up and dies.
Yeah, like the pick off on Morphling. I don't think I expected that, and I don't see it repeating. That's the problem for Ant. Like, let's see, maybe. Dragonite,
has
no
to,
BKB.
Has to be an absolute god to save this. He got the hook shot on 2. Feeling is buying some time. Ush trying to make his way out, but the Morphling's got to fall into the low ground, and the Eclipse ain't going to help. There's only BKB targets here. Ulti down the drain. Nothing he can do. Argia slowly getting chipped down by Shido, and the BKB runs out just as he's inside the wall. Yeah. You're
didn't
pretty
matter.
right. They
Yeah.
just lost all their big cores here.
It just didn't matter if the BKB is off or on. Morphling is gonna like follow her and kill her anyway. I like the one thing that they needed to do is just leave Ash and run. Like leave the Dragonite, run away. Maybe you can fight afterwards, but instead they decided to stick around. So the fight is certainly lost, and now there's Aegis too.
Yep.
Clockwork probably gonna scout it with rockets, but it doesn't really matter. Like maybe you can smoke with 2 supports, try and snatch it, but that's the best you can even attempt. Yeah, he smokes up.
Yeah, he's going to go for it. Last time he didn't even try, but now he's going to give it an attempt. Roche is down a half HP, feeling he's about to be in range. There's some Warpine Raiders in between. Now he just needs to time it perfectly. Rocket is available. 9 is in the way, though. Roche, oh, he's going to get in. Oh, he doesn't get it. Does he get any items? No, the shards.
Nope. He got
He did not get it.
Yeah, Morphling has the
Nada.
shard and the Aegis. And now you don't have clock, but yeah, maybe you can defend. It's kind of difficult to push into the Invoker, so they do have some things that they can defend with. Clockwork will most certainly be up before they reach high ground anyway. Can't blame him, right?
Yeah. It is a hard situation. It's still winnable, but you're definitely playing from a deficit right now. It's not easy. Guess if they can still stretch this game out, like the scaling from this Dragon Knight can still provide them with a lot. Level 20 talent, level 25 talent even. AoE Dragon Tail. That is spicy. Plenty of good items as well to still pick up on this hero, but it is a base defense right now.
I'd say the biggest issue that Sand King Gómez now have to... The biggest hurdle... Oh, high ground push on
Go
Invoker.
straight inside the base, might as well. Invoker is the target, does get the BKB off, but the fight looking really rough for them right now. Morphling diving to the back line, going for the Warden. Hookshot comes out as well. Does not have a BKB for his second life, but doesn't matter. Osh is about to die. Luna also right behind his throne. Can't get the Morphling's Aegis to pop either.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
High back from the Rubik, but now defense just became a whole lot harder without the DK, without the Invoker.
I was just gonna say that it's gonna be kind of difficult for them to push in, and Mars just YOLOs in, catches that Invoker. He's like, yeah, I'm going in, boys.
Problem
Whoever
solved.
follows, I don't care.
Radiant's top barracks.
Problem solved, exactly.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
Just go for it. The classic.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He forced out the buyback off of RRL as well, which is a really big buyback. Shido is baiting in mid. He's gonna go. Oh, that's 1,000 damage onto the Luna instantly. No BKB, nowhere to go. Arceus down.
Wrap
That's
it up.
surely game.
Yep.
Lunt's just gonna chase them all the way down to the base, and there we go. GG call yet again. This is the 4th series in a row. We are going to a game number 3, NA Division 2, baby. Continues to be what it is. Very, very tight battle between all the teams that have played so far. Sand King Gómez, they were in a difficult situation.